What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to Tower Defense Tuesday. Now, when I do a review of a Tower Defense Tuesday game, generally speaking, there's so many Tower Defense games that hit the market, I will usually look at anywhere between like 2 to maybe 5 of them before I pick one to go on Tower Defense Tuesday. Today, we're taking a look at Otherwar from Cantal Collective. This one launched on Steam on February 27th, just yesterday, and it currently is on sale through March 6th. The full retail price of the game is $5.99, and it is 15% off, or $5.09, so a little bit of a discount there. Now, I gotta say right out front, this particular game I got really mixed emotions on. The game was fun enough that I figured I would feature it on Tower Defense Tuesday. However, I definitely, as I said, I just have mixed emotions on the game. Now, this one is a mashup of a Tower Defense and a bullet hell game, where you're going to build and manage fortifications and you're defending the gates of heaven against the hordes of hell. Let's pop on in and take a look at the game. Now, there's 3 different difficulty levels: easy, medium, and hard, and there are 9 total maps. Throughout the maps, there are 3 different boss fights. As you see, I have not progressed very far, and we'll get into some of the positive and some of the pain points as we go through a map. So let's just pop into the first level here. We'll take a look at it. First off, as you load in, you've got your choice of towers. I currently have 5 towers unlocked. I've got a defender, which is going to shoot at projectiles. This is a bullet hell game. Projectiles are a big part of it. Then I've got a single firing projectile tower, a double firing projectile tower, a slow, and then a treasury to generate coin. Now, in addition to your towers, you do have some skills. Now, once again, there's pluses and minuses to this, and we'll get into all of those later. After you unlock a skill, you can select that skill to make that particular one active. So in this situation, we're going to use Holy Wave here. Destroys most enemy bullets in short range. Now let's jump into the game and take a look at it. Now first off, this is the Gates of Heaven up top. As you see here, we've got 7 hearts, which is our health. And then on our avatar, we've got another 3 bars. Now, every time you take damage and lose your 3 bars, you're going to lose 1 point of health here. Additionally, as an enemy pushes in, you'll lose health as well. Now, one of the things that I think really gives me a mixed emotion about it is the avatar just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like it adds as much to the game as it does take away from the game, as it is a bullet hell, so there's constantly going to be things slinging at you. And as you take damage, you're going to lose your fortifications, no matter how good your tower defense aspect of your build that you're doing is. You can still lose just because of the avatar. Now, with the avatar not feeling like it's adding too much, yet it's got this huge penalty, it almost feels better that the game would not be a mashup of bullet hell and tower defense, and just be a tower defense game and get rid of this avatar altogether. That was actually one of the Steam reviews. It's a little bit harsh, but I think it really hits the nail on the head. The upgrades to your avatar through your skill tree are super expensive, which means you're going to have to grind to get them unlocked. Additionally, the game does have a roguelike element as you progress through a map where you will level up and earn unlocks. However, these particular skill upgrades just feel completely trivial, like there's almost no point in having them in the game. Now, to start things off, we're going to go into build mode, and we'll throw down 2 double towers just to get this started. I got 30 starting coins left, or 34, so we'll throw down a single as well, and we'll get the wave fired up. You can adjust the speed control, but remember, since it's a bullet hell, adjusting the speed means you're also adjusting the speed of the projectiles coming at you. Now, the game does feel way better at double speed. It feels like it moves super, super slow. At single speed, And as you see the projectiles flying everywhere, you definitely have to stay on the move. Now, additionally, you see I'm doing 10 damage per shot. My towers are doing 10 and 20 damage per shot. The amount of damage that my avatar is putting out just doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel like it's a big addition to the game. You can get in there, and like you see in this case where there was just one shielded enemy, I could knock the shield off. However, it doesn't feel like it's adding anywhere near as much as it's taking away. Obviously, this being the first map and just playing on medium, the bullet hell aspect is not too terrible. But you see, just for starters, I mean, I'm taking shots and I'm constantly moving around. Obviously, it's a game of dodging the bullets. It is a bullet hell. It is not a bullet heaven. So you're going to be dodging the bullets constantly as they come through. As you see, here's one of the upgrades. More money and heart drops, plus 1%. This feels completely pointless. Attack speed plus a 10th. You can notice the attack speed, but it's very, very trivial. Movement speed is one of the only upgrades that actually feel good. So it does give you a little bit more movement, which of course is going to help you out on dodging those bullets. Additionally, of course, I took that Holy Wave, where, for example, I can use the Holy Wave and blow up the projectiles as they're coming at me. But it is a game of bob and weave. It's a tower defense game where you have an avatar that doesn't feel like it's doing a ton, that you have to constantly focus on. So that is really one of the reasons I have such mixed emotions about the game itself. There are tower upgrades, although there are very, very limited number of towers. You can upgrade your towers, and to be honest, from the tower defense element, as you upgrade the towers, you go from feeling not very powerful at all to completely broken OP, and then after that, it's just a matter of dodging the projectiles. So I do feel like that there might be a little bit of balance issues that are off in the game. It is fun. It is addicting. It does make you want to play just one more, and it's only $5. However, you know, how do you say a $5 game is too expensive? Well, I mean, it's a pretty tough to say that, but as far as indie games go, we look at low-cost indie games. What can you get for $5? Well, in the bullet hell, bullet heaven department, of course you can get Vampire Survivors, which is an absolutely amazing game. That's going to give you just hundreds of hours. I mean, at a minimum, 100 hours of play. This particular game, it is going to give you a little bit of playtime value, but not for good reason. It's going to give you a playtime value because the upgrades are so crazy expensive. Now, in any type of like bullet hell type game, of course, one of the upgrades, getting additional projectiles, is always so huge. It does make your avatar feel much better. However, you are going to have to grind it out, and you could do the starting map a bunch of times just to get that one unlock of additional projectiles. Now, we'll go through the skill tree here after we get through this map. However, did want to blaze through it. Now, we've got attack range. Attack range is another one that does feel pretty decent. You know, it allows your projectiles to go a little farther. You see, that's my range right now. So it does allow you to keep a little bit more of at a distance as you're bobbing and weaving. Let's get an upgrade on that bad boy. You can upgrade and build on the fly, which is kind of nice. And when you hit the build menu, it does pause the game for you. So you don't have to worry about attempting to dodge all the projectiles while you are building. It does give you that pause element. So that's a good thing for sure. And like I said, the pixel graphics look nice. It is, you know, the avatar looks very good. The art style in it, I can enjoy. It just feels like it's just a touch on the grindy side for getting the unlocks. And then the mashup of bullet hell and tower defense doesn't feel great. Even with all the unlocks, I don't really think at any point your avatar is going to feel powerful in any way at all. And that, of course, is going to be one of the big goals pretty much all the time in some sort of bullet hell game is, by all means, get the chaotic nature of the bullets flying everywhere, but get to a point where your character or your playable avatar feels powerful. You do not, or from what I've seen so far, obviously I haven't progressed all the way through the game, you don't get to that point. Now, is the game worth $5? I think that is probably up to you, really, as, $5 to some is nothing, $5 to others is quite a bit. You will get a little bit of entertainment out of the game, so as far as entertainment hours per dollar spent, I would say it's a pretty good ratio. You're definitely going to get a little bit of entertainment value out of your $5 cost. However, there is that limited number of maps, the grindy nature of the games with getting unlocks, and although it is kind of fun, and like I said, it is a good time, it gives you that just one more try vibe, that is without a doubt. It just feels like maybe there's a little bit of depth or a little bit of balance that could be missing from this particular game. Now, as I mentioned, I do feel like I had good enough time where I wanted to feature it on Tower Defense Tuesday, so don't take all of this as, this game is a big nope, because it is enjoyable. It just doesn't feel like it's completely dialed in, and that's really where I had the mixed emotions. Now, we'll look. We got 2 more waves on this one. As you see, I'm getting smacked. There are some quests, as you see, that you can do throughout each map. Fully upgrade a tower, complete the level with 250 coins saved, and then call all waves in the level before the timer ends. So there is some ways that you can add to the amount of experience you gain as you're running through each one by completing the quests. It does feel like it starts off slow and kind of ramps up, though. It definitely feels like that. Now, if there was a way to get some of these permanent progression unlocks a little bit faster without such grind, obviously that would take away from the game's overall playtime. Plus 3 damage doesn't feel terrible either. Considering you only do 10 damage per shot, that's a 30% damage increase. So that's not awful as well. A few of the upgrades do feel decent, but you just don't get that pizzazz that you get in other bullet hell games where, you're just exploding the screen, and although there's massive chaos everywhere, you've got absurd levels of power. From a tower defense element, although the number of towers and tower types are very limited, they are pretty standard in the genre, so it does have a strategy element in the game. As you see, me just spamming all damage here is not necessarily taking advantage of that. However, there is slows to slow down enemies. There is resource generation. I feel like the treasuries cost a lot for what you get out of it. There's 70 coins to place one down, and they're going to generate 1 coin periodically, which means you need 70 ticks of that tower just to get your money back. And that's one of the things that I feel like might be a little bit imbalanced as well. Doesn't feel absolutely wonderful. There's no doubt there. So let's spray it on down. We got 1 more wave, and then we'll take a look through the skill trees that are available here in Otherwar. Let's go ahead and pop another upgrade off there. We'll save our coin and get 1 more upgrade here before the end of this wave. Now, as I said, you do get pretty powerful feeling. So, I think with where I'm at right now, with the upgrades I've got invested, let me go ahead and get 1 more of them in. I don't really feel like I would have to contribute a whole lot. Now, with that in mind, my avatar just doesn't contribute a whole lot. So it's kind of a good mix from that end. Once you get upgraded, you are going to be able to just focus on the bullet hell aspect of it and the bob and weave and get your Mike Tyson on. Even way back there with that ability, I still ended up taking a shot there. However, as you see, the waves, though, are pretty well more than handled. Now, with that bullet hell aspect, there is that tower the defender, which will shoot down projectiles. However, it does fire super slow. You'll see the reset here on it as soon as we get another projectile coming at us. Let me see if I can't lure one out. And there you go. You saw that. It does take... It has to deplete its bar before it recharges. But like in that case, it only shot 2 of the projectiles and had to recharge. And it looks like it has, like a 3 to 5 second delay on that. Now, obviously, you can spam those around and get a little bit more value out of them. However, that one, it adds to the game. It also takes away a little to the game. Now, the maps are replayable. You are going to gain more kill XP. As you see, I didn't complete any quests there on that one. So that slows things down. But taking a look at the skill tree, like this is the big win right here, double shot. Double shot is 2,500 XP. At the point I'm at right now, I have played this first map, I want to say 5 times. I played level 2 once, and then I tried the boss and failed on it on my first attempt. So the cost on some of this stuff doesn't feel quite balanced. The more money and heart drops, that one is 1,000 XP for a 1% increase, which to me, that just feels kind of trivial. Now, once you look through all of the stuff, you do get some more goodies. Player can increase tower stats in short range, increases player damage. That would be huge, but there's going to be a pretty substantial grind to get to it. Like to get this player damage increase, that's 1,000 XP. But to get to that, I have to spend 250 here, 1,000 here, and then 1,000 here. So 2,500 XP. I could get to that one right now, but then I would lose any sort of active ability at all. And this is the tree that I wanted to go down for the increased projectiles. We got a double shot and a triple shot. Now, I do feel like if you unlocked all those things and you went through the grind, I think you're going to have a pretty fun experience. However, I think the main thing I would say negatively about the game is it starts way too slow. Now, it does give you a just one more feel to it where you do want to play the game or play a match again, but it doesn't give you the just 10 more experience. And the just 10 more experience is what you're going to need to get to a point where you're really becoming powerful. And of course, power is where the fun is at. So anyway, that is just a Tower Defense Tuesday look at Otherwar. It does have some good tower defense elements to it. The bullet hell aspect of it feels like it's a little lacking to me. And it certainly feels like a game that starts really slow and could build up to something good. But that will do it for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time around. Take it easy.